Hey guys, what's up? Josh here, Momentum Productions. It's almost 2 a.m. here in Los Angeles, California. I am shooting this live, and idea popped to my head, and it was I never actually asked my viewers what they want to see on my channel. Yeah, they leave comments, so many comments that I can't even keep track of everything, but I want to take this video and just say thank you, first of all, for supporting what we've created together. You know, I wouldn't have a channel without you guys, my viewers. And I just want this video to be strictly on me looking at your comments and you telling me and requesting what you would like to learn in future tutorial videos, review videos, what products out there are you thinking about getting that you want me to review, and just in general, anything, any filmmaking video that you want me to shoot, let me know in the comment section below, because it's very important for you and for me to know what the majority of the people want to learn from my channel. And right now, what's trending on my channel, I'm looking at the stats right now. We have glide cam videos right now. I made several glide cam tutorials on how to balance a glide cam, how to use a glide cam. So that's doing very well. If there's anything that I did not talk about camera stabilization, comment below and let me know what you want to learn about camera stabilization. Another thing that's trending, how to use a camera DSLR slider. That's another really big thing. So if there's anything that I did not cover about sliders, comment below and I'll shoot a video on it. Another big thing that's trending is drones. Is there a drone out there that you're thinking about getting, but you want me to review for you first? Let me know. Is there anything about a drone that you want to learn? Let me know. Put it in the comment section below, and I'm going to put it on my calendar and plan out a schedule, new shooting schedule, especially for 2017. And I want to keep putting out awesome new content. So if you could do me this favor, comment below and let me know what you want to learn about filmmaking and even some photography tips. I have a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but I have a few friends that are professional photographers, so I'll put them in my videos as well. If you want to ask some specific photography questions, I'll put them on this on a video, and we'll make sure to ask them any questions that you may have. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video as, a little, just a little reminder to you that I'm here for you guys. So if you could please just write your comments, write your ideas in the video description, in the comment section below, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate that, because that keeps the momentum going of this channel, and it keeps you guys learning, and that's the most important part. To provide you guys with all this content is my goal. And yeah, that's what I wanted to take the time to do. Just about to go to bed, and that just reminded me. I've been looking through some of my older comments below in my other videos, and a lot of people have been requesting videos, and I couldn't keep up with the demand of content. So I want to just look at this video as an updated version of all those people wanting to see different videos. So please take this video as a place to write down any ideas you have that you want me to shoot in future videos. I would really appreciate that. So we only have a few people watching here. It's late at night, I understand, so not a lot of people are up. But I just, I've been looking at my whiteboard. It's pretty full with ideas, and I want to get even a bigger whiteboard. So I want more ideas to be there. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see on my channel, please. And it's not only going to benefit you, it's going to benefit a whole bunch of other people as well. My channel is growing, and I'm very thankful for that. It was only a few months ago when I barely had maybe 5,000 subscribers. Now I'm almost at 10,000. And this is due to the popularity of tutorial videos on my channel. So I take my work extremely seriously. I created this channel strictly to teach and share creative ideas. So I take that to heart, you know, it's my heart speaking. I'm very passionate about the, you know, technology creative field, you know. It's a powerful, it's a powerful source. So I like to keep that in mind, especially if you're young and you are deciding what you want to do in a few years. You know, use this as an opportunity to ask anything you want in this video in the comment section below, because I will make a video on it in the future. But yeah, I know just a few of you are online right now. If you have any questions right now that you would like to talk about, please let me know. I'm not sleepy yet. My eyes aren't shutting yet, so I might be up for a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going over some older videos here, checking some stats, some older comments. I can show you back here, I got a new bag that I will be reviewing over the weekend. It's the Think Tank Photo Disguise. I don't remember, let me show you what it looks like here. Turn on the light. So this is the video. This is one of my favorite video bags, and this is the it's a little blurry. Urban Disguise 60 Classic. That's the exact name. I didn't want to mess up any of the name there. It's a long name, but they have so many different bags, so it makes sense. Okay. In ATL. Are you talking about Atlanta? Is that what ATL stands for? Because I don't know much about Atlanta. But yeah, one quick tip though that we can talk about. You need to make sure that you have cases for your camera gear. Look how many cases I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases. Big cases. I only have 3 small ones here, but I have pretty big cases. 2 of them roll, and the rest don't. But yeah, so yeah, please take this time to ask me any questions. I'll be up for a little bit. I know only a few of you are watching this, so let's make the most of it, right? Yeah. So you're a high school senior and you're wondering whether or not you want to pursue filmmaking in Atlanta, Georgia. To be honest, I don't know much about the business in Atlanta, but here's the thing. Here's what's great. If you live in a rural area, well, I shouldn't say rural, but if you live in an area that doesn't really have a huge filmmaking booming industry like Los Angeles does, create one. Because guess what? People are going to have weddings. People are going to have baby showers. People are going to have parties they want filmed. You are going to be their go-to videographer or go-to filmmaker. There's creative people in every single city all around the world, and they're always going to want something captured. So don't think that you always have to move to another city to start your own filmmaking business. It's not true. You can start your filmmaking business anywhere you want in the world, because no matter where you are, And no matter where you go, somebody is going to want a filmmaker and or photographer. So in my honest opinion, through my experience, I've been to Kentucky a few times, and a lot of people in Kentucky wanted things filmed. Yeah, to be honest, like a lot of people. One of my clients is from Kentucky, and he flew me out there a few times to film stuff. So there are people in the most, in the least, how can I phrase this? But just because places like Kentucky and maybe even Atlanta don't have a booming filmmaking industry, you need to create one. The least expected places can provide you with the most work. You will be surprised. So create that industry. Create it. You might even build a team. So, that's what I've learned. And that's why I'm not scared to move anywhere else around the world. Obviously, I prefer Los Angeles because I was born and raised here, but if I had to move, I wouldn't be too scared, because I know that in my line of work, everybody's looking for a filmmaker. So that answers your question, I hope. Gives you a little bit of faith in deciding what you want to do. All right, so any more questions? Ask away. Also, I want to remind you to browse through my channel. I have a ton of tutorial videos, a ton of review videos dating back to 2011. So that's what, 5 years of content, almost 6 years of content. So check it out. But if you have any questions, comment. Let's see. Puberty. My voice is cracking. Or maybe I'm just tired. But anyway. Just use this opportunity to comment. Okay, so you say that you got logged out for a while, but I caught the last part about how you start anywhere. I'm trying to get connected in my area and get a paying job, and thank you. Okay, so my friend, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna send you a link to an audio program I did. It's a 37-minute free audio program, and it basically tells you step by step how I started, how I built my business. So let me find the link, and I'm going to share it with you on this live stream, okay? Let me get it set up here. Where could it be? Okay. Yeah, so click on the link that I'm going to share with you in just a second once I get the link. And click on it, listen to the full 37-minute audio, listen to it very carefully. I strongly suggest taking out a notebook, writing down some notes while you listen to this audio, because I go through all the motions of trial and error, finding work, and going through bad times and good times. So now you're saying that some people have said that if you want to go to LA, you should gain enough money to live there for a year without employment so that you can be involved full time. How do you feel about that? I partially agree. I feel like if you're going to move to Los Angeles, you better have some money saved up. That's a pretty good claim. A full year without employment, I don't think so. I think that you could get away, you should still work. Even if you're working for somebody, you should at least get a part-time job while you're here. You shouldn't just come here and not make any money. California has a booming business district. Like our economy in California is ranked, I think, 16th in the whole entire world. Top 16. We're in the top 16. So that's because we have a ton of different businesses, a ton of entrepreneurs. So when you come here, work. Don't just stop working. Find a way to make some money, but also find a way to keep running your passion. All right, so let me pull up this link here. Let me find it. Yeah, never stop working. Not only because of money, but it keeps your habits strong, your positive habits. Like, it keeps your work ethic strong. So having a job to go to, having that responsibility keeps your work ethic high, and positive. So that's what you really need to worry about. Here's the audio course. Getting the link ready for you. Just give me a second here. Cope with me, please. And I'll have the link ready. I need to open up my live stream here. And I'll be able to send it to you. My internet's not running too hot right now, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little bit slower. Okay, here it is. I found it. All right, here's the link. And post it right here. So that link I just sent, it is a free audio course. So click on it and listen to it immediately. Because after that audio course, you're going to have a completely different perspective on running a business. And I'm going to be showing you, actually telling you, how I went from clients that nobody knew to high profile clients. You know, I've worked with many different people, and I am continuing to grow my business. So there's still weak points that I'm not passing through, but I want to fix. So I am going to keep improving my business. There's always things that I can do to improve. Next question I have here. Do you think it would be unrealistic to think I would be able to juggle college studies and paying in the side in the film industry if I went to school in Atlanta or just any major city? Yes, so you will be having to juggle between work and college, but that's fine because I did it too. I made it work. I made it work. And the way you can make it work is learn how to be a very good scheduler. Take 2 days out of the week, and you'll be able to fit, 15 units in those 2 days. You'll just be going to school twice a week, but the full days. 15 units, boom. And the other 5 days, you have another 5 days in the week where you can work. So school will affect you a little bit because you're going to have to do homework and essays and finals and all that. But when it comes down to it, when you're a full-time student, you have to learn how to schedule. Once you learn how to schedule, your life just becomes so much more organized and it becomes easier, and you'll be able to fit everything in. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I know what it's like to be a college student and to have a full-time job. So it's tough, but you become very busy, and it becomes actually a lot of fun, to be honest. It does. Juggling school and work is fun, but maybe that's just my perspective on things. Maybe it's not. Maybe it won't be fun for you, but I like staying busy. It makes me feel like I accomplished a lot, and you do. When you're busy, you accomplish a lot. All right, so that's my take on college and school. A lot of people ask me, though, if film school is necessary. It's not. I have a book here that I actually got from going to a few film courses. It's actually a very useful book. It's something that I think that if you read, you will never have to go to film school. Film school is mainly good for learning how to work in a team, and actually that's actually a very good thing that film school teaches you. It's how to work as a unit. So that's actually probably the best benefit you're gonna get out of going to film school. But here's the book I have. It's called the Filmmakers Handbook. They probably have a newer version out right now, but any question I have about lighting, especially because lighting is, for me, it's the toughest. When it comes to filmmaking, lighting is always a pain. Lighting and audio, actually. I always turn to this book. It always gives me advice. I learned how to film with a 3-point lighting system, key light, fill light, and backlight. And this talks to you about color temperature, what lights are the best, what gear you can get. It actually helped me choose a proper audio recorder to record really high professional sound. So, the Filmmakers Handbook by Stephen Asher and Edward Pincus. Get it on Amazon. I don't think it's too expensive. It says $30 on the back here, but for used, you probably can get it for $10-15. So here it is, the Filmmakers Handbook. It's thick. I mean, there's a lot of content in here, and I'm sure they could have made this book twice the size. There's actually much, much more that can go into learning how to be a filmmaker. I mean, this is an excellent book because it even gives you snapshots of what sets look like and what different settings are on cameras, and it's fantastic. It's a 2013 edition. There's newer cameras out right now, so I'm sure they have a 2015 or 2016 edition of this book. So check it out. Next question. Yeah, I've seen a lot of courses saying you do not need film school, and I see why. I do not have a lot of support for film, and I just have to college family rules. So I'm going to major in... what are you going to major in? I come from a Russian family, and I'm first generation in the United States, first person born and raised in LA, in America. So my parents had really high expectations for me to go to school full time. They wanted me to be an engineer, and I eventually figured out that it wasn't for me. So I said no to being an engineer. My dad's an engineer, and my mom's a psychologist, or a therapist to be exact. So I just didn't want to... I looked at how my dad was working as an engineer, and maybe he enjoys it, but for me, I just didn't enjoy it. So you're majoring in computer science and film production if you can. So double major, it sounds like. Okay. I'm looking at Florida State, and I'm trying schools. Where can I get the most hands-on experience? I don't know too much about film schools other than what's here in LA. LA Film School, UCLA, California State Northridge. They offer pretty good film programs. So, yeah, I mean, Hollywood has a ton of film schools, so... New York Film School is actually pretty good, too. New York Film School is big, and there's some cool opportunities there, too. So if you're looking at Florida, try and look at New York as well. See if that's a possibility for you. Let's stay on for another 5 minutes so I can answer any more questions that you may have. And then we're going to call it a night because it is 2:10 a.m. in Los Angeles right now. I have the TV on right now. I'm actually watching one of my favorite cartoons, Angry Beavers. Look at that. These are cartoons from the 90s. and I have Nickelodeon, and I sometimes late at night when I stay up to edit or work, I just turn on Nickelodeon because it reminds me of my childhood. It's just I reminisce. I like reminiscing on things. So yeah, guys, let's keep talking, man. I'm not sleepy. I want to be on for at least another 5 minutes or so. I know you guys. Hopefully, you guys aren't sleepy. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Again, earlier in this video, I stated that I wanted this video to be a place where you can comment video ideas, things that you want to learn. So please take that seriously. I want you to comment below, literally comment below in this video, and let me know what you want to learn. So please, 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 please. All right, so let's talk about another cool topic. People always ask me, first they ask me what gear I have, and then I tell them what gear I have, and then they're astonished on, oh, the heater turned on. They're actually astonished, they're surprised that I can afford all this expensive gear. And people always ask me how I can afford this expensive gear. The truth is that I finance a lot. I open up credit cards, I sign up for no interest financing, and then I pay off all the bills within a year. I just make sure that I don't pay interest for it. So make sure that you're not paying interest for your credit cards, and have as many as you want. That's probably bad advice. Don't have as many as you want. That can mess up your credit. But as long as you're good on paying on time, you're golden. But yeah, if you are a little bit, if you don't have the cash that you need or want, open up a no-interest credit card. I think that's a really great way for you to start this journey in filmmaking. And you'll pay off the bills sooner than you think if you work at it. Set yourself some deadlines on when you want to pay off some bills. I'll tell you a quick story before I answer those two other questions there. I bought my DJI Inspire 1 early 2015. I bought it with an extra battery or something like that. I paid over $3,000 for it. I asked myself, oh, how the hell am I going to pay this off? I was really worried about it because at the time I was still getting my ropes together in filmmaking. I didn't have my high profile clients, not as many as I wanted to. So I was a little worried on how I could support myself buying all these gears, all this equipment. So honestly, as soon as I opened up a credit card, I was able to pay off the Inspire within 6 months. So I believe it was about 6 or 8 months, something like that. So I paid it off, and I got the card through Amazon, no interest for 12 months, and it was an amazing, amazing decision. All right, let's see what other questions we have here. It's 5:10 a.m. getting ready for school in Atlanta. Do you think it would be okay to go to a less prestigious school if it means getting a very hands-on film program? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't really see a school being labeled as a bad school. If there were any bad schools out there, they would be closed. Period. It's basically, you know what it is? You know why UCLA and USC are rated to be the top schools? It's because they have the most money. Think about it. They have the most money. So that's basically what defines a school as being a good school. They can afford all these other programs. They can afford professors with the highest degrees. I mean, even the top schools can have horrible teachers. It's all about the moolah. Don't forget that. Okay. Another question here. What do you think the biggest challenges in the industry, and why do you think people leave the industry? So here's the thing. I don't see myself as part of the Hollywood filmmaking industry. I see myself as a freelancer, as a private contractor. So I used to do some extra work when I was like 19, 18 years old, and I hated it because people around me were miserable. They were yelling at each other. They were stressed out. They had no freedom, you know. And I have a buddy of mine who's a DIT. That's basically a digital IT technician, digital interface technician. I believe that's what DIT stands for. So what he would do, he would take the memory cards off the red cameras, load them into the computer, make sure they're labeled, backed up onto multiple hard drives, and he would make sure that, you know, the transfer process goes smoothly from camera to computer. And he's not too happy with his work. He tells me that a lot of people give him a hard time, and that's what the industry is. It's a hard time. So if you can, start your own business, be your own boss. Unless you find a company that's just really great to you, because that's what's important. Employees must be treated with respect, and that's what's going to make a company succeed, period. And that's actually what my brother does. He is an entrepreneur living in San Francisco, and he travels around the world telling companies how they need to treat their employees and how they need to treat their customers. So he's all about building a better world for business. So that's what he does. Yeah, okay, so I answered those questions. Can I scroll up here? No, I can't. Okay. But yeah, that's what it is. The industry is messy, especially in Hollywood, where there's a lot of people that do, you know, they stab you in the back, they do blackmailing. It's a nasty, nasty business. And if you want to get started being an entrepreneur, getting advice, finding mentors, the best thing you can do is to go to as many parties as you can, as many events as you can, anything. Because the more you talk, the more you network, the more people you meet. And all you need is to meet that one person that can hook you up. They can hook you up with a job. They can hook you up with a job. They can hook you up with, I don't know, something else. All you need to do is just find that one person. That's all it takes. And to network, it's not that hard. You just gotta know, you know, you gotta talk. Were there times that you wanted to stop, and why? And have you ever been in a financial rut with film? Oh, I've definitely been in a financial rut with film. And that was in the beginning when I first I bought this camera called the XF305. I spent my life savings on it. It was about $4,800. That's all I had in my bank account. I was thinking, the TV camera, maybe because this camera is a big camera, I might get a lot of gigs. I bought the camera. It was the biggest waste of money ever, because I made no money off of it. I made no money off of the Canon XF305. Why? Because it was bulky, it was horrible in low light, and I overdrafted my bank account, paying for gas and stuff like that, and I had no money. So I was thinking to myself, how could I flip this around? How could I stop going into the negative and go into the positive? And I kept declining. I kept spending more money on traveling expensive, going across LA, trying to find internships for production companies. Just, it wasn't working. So I actually reached out to this one person I found on Google who lived in LA, and he was running a consulting company for dating. That's right, dating consulting. And I noticed that he wasn't too great at filming himself. So I offered to film him and edit his videos for free. And in return, him just give me some business advice. That's all I wanted. I wanted advice. Because he's a multi-millionaire. He runs a very successful business. He knows how to network, he knows how to talk, and those are the skills I was missing. So after I met him, I even sacrificed more money driving all the way to Marina Del Rey, which is about almost an hour away from me. Spending more money on gas, and eventually after 6 months or so, working as an intern for him, which is actually, let me interrupt here for a second. Never work at a job longer than 3 months as an intern. Internships should only last 3 months. After that, they start to take advantage of you. But I was new to this, he was new to me, filming for him, and he wanted to see my work ethic and see how I developed over time. So 6 months was okay for me in that situation. So after 6 months of working with him, he offered me a paying job. It started at $1,000 a month, which for me was fantastic because I needed every cent to pay off debt, to pay off car expenses. So $1,000 a month then turned into $2,000 a month. It kept growing, it kept growing, it kept growing, and then he started recommending me to other people as well. And then I started making a ton more money. Because I had different sources of income coming from different people. So yeah, filmmaking is tough, and you gotta learn how to sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice money, you gotta sacrifice your time, you gotta work for free in the beginning. You gotta work for free, and I cover how to do that in my audio. In my free 37-minute audio program that I posted here. You will learn how to reach out to people and learn those skills that will convert you from a negative into a positive. Yeah, so I think that answered that question about being in a financial rut. Yeah, it was tough. I wasn't happy, and on top of that, I had a girlfriend at the time. So that didn't really help my financial situation, to be honest, because I loved spending money on food, taking my girl out, and all that stuff. I'm getting personal now, but yeah. So having a girlfriend, it's not cheap because you want to go out, you want to do stuff, and I had girlfriend expenses, relationship expenses. It wasn't the girlfriend's fault. It was me wanting to be a boyfriend. So, so relationship expenses are huge. And it just piled on with all the other expenses I had. So yeah, financial rut, definitely been there, done that. Was a bad time in my life. Financially, but you have to power through. You cannot say to yourself, I give up, and get into the baby position and start crying. Luckily, I have a very supportive family. So whenever I was down in the dumps, they would help me out with some advice. So, and I'm very grateful for that. Always turn to family and friends when you're down in the dumps. Don't ever stay quiet. Don't stay quiet. Never. You're upset about something, you gotta let somebody know. Don't keep it in. But when it comes to making money, you do have to sacrifice a lot in the beginning, especially as a filmmaker. You gotta sacrifice a lot. Your time, your money, your sleep. I've had so many sleepless nights. I still do at times. But the struggle is real. If you're not struggling in the beginning, then you're not doing something right. Those who struggle succeed because they want to stop struggling, and they do whatever it takes to stop struggling because they know that they have a lot to lose. So basically people that struggle the most succeed the most because they just don't want to struggle anymore. I mean, like, look at all the billionaires that we have today. I look at The Rock. He's not a billionaire, but he's a millionaire. Dwayne Johnson, you know, he was homeless on the beach in Hawaii, and he's the highest paid actor. You look at Mark Cuban, selling magazines or garbage bags door to door, and now he's a billionaire. I mean, there is a pattern. Steve Jobs, before he died, you know, working out of his garage. Same thing with Bill Gates, working out of his garage. And I think Bill Gates makes $120 a second now. I think that's how much he's making. So, yeah. Alright, man, go get ready for school. You have a good morning. Make sure you check out that link I sent you. And stay eager. Alright? Keep learning. Keep wanting to learn, because your minds should be like sponges, especially when you're young. Stay open-minded, and you will see results. Alright? Alright, guys, so a few of you are still watching. Let's talk a little bit longer. I'm not sleepy yet. I like doing these live streams because it lets my viewers see me as who I really am, you know. I'm not always the professional guy that you guys see on my tutorial review videos, you know. I am a human. So this is my opportunity to let you in on my life and the struggles and the negatives and positives that I went through in life. So maybe that, you know, if you're younger than me and you haven't experienced those things, you can avoid the bad things and just stick to the good. Alright, so, okay, since no more questions are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, use this opportunity to comment below with any video ideas that you may have, any tutorial ideas. I really want to keep the momentum of this channel going, and I want it all for you because I want to give. I really, really do. So have a good night, everybody. Have a good morning, depending on where you're from. And I will talk to you soon. I'll see you on my next video. Peace.